And here I am back again. Here is my completed pumpkin with the light on so you don't see the light coming through. Here is the top, and inside is my bone candle. So I'm just going to put that back on here for a sec. And then I'm going to turn off the light and make this little video for you. I think this is really quite cool. The candle light has gone down a teeny bit. I moved it and it kind of went crooked. So it's not quite as bright as, maybe I can bring it up to, no, it doesn't really do anything. But anyways, this is my lantern and I'm really, really happy with the effect there. Now, if you go up to the top, you'll see this spiraling effect, and it actually spirals in two ways. These ones here and here can confuse it a little bit because they go specifically one way. But if you follow these from here, this completely spirals one way like this all the way around, and then everything completely spirals this way. And that's the Fibonacci sequence. You can see it in sunflowers and different vegetables and pine cones and things. So I'll just give you an aerial view of that. And then just some close-ups of the effect of these designs that I've been doing on it. Let me just check if there's anything I can do to improve. There, maybe that's a bit better. Oh, yeah. So, there, oh yeah. Much better. Yeah, so this is now in activation, and as I see it and feel it, this is sending out an energy for balancing ourselves and putting us into harmony with this process that's going on right now so that we don't feel the struggle. And as soon as anything comes at us, that struggle dissolves. We intuitively, following our heart, we know the difference and can follow our feelings rather than this little thinking mind in our back of our head telling us all the wrong stuff, negativity and things. Oh, I'm just not worth it, or I'll never get there, or I'll never manage to get that job, or I'll, whatever it is. This will tune you in to the proper messages from deeper within yourself. And will allow, therefore, the other programs, these old shells, to be dropped off, just like the caterpillar, turning into the cocoon, or, weaving the cocoon or chrysalis over itself and going into hibernation for a bit. And then, of course, darker time that we're in, it's time for that hibernation, and process things. But it's going to be an awesome, just before 2020. There'll be a lot of work for most people going through all this, but now that you can resonate with things on a much better level, and myself, I'll tell you, and some amazing things just happened as I was carving this pumpkin. So, it doesn't just happen once you've finished it. It happens while you're doing it, the process that goes on. And I encourage people to get good meditational tapes and listen to some of those good astrologers that are on YouTube and other places. Once again, I'll mention Maru Matu, Molly McCord, and the Leo King Show. Very helpful. They helped me along quite a bit. So yeah, this is my wonderful jack-o'-lantern. I love it. I really, really love that. Imagine if you had 100 of those all lined up somewhere. All different artists did. I think it'd be a great thing to do in Toronto and other cities. Don't they have the Louis Blanc still, that artist thing that people walk around and do performance art and things? Maybe this would be a good thing for artists that would want to create these with this kind of idea of healing rather than just ghouls and stuff. I get kind of tired of, I've been in the tattoo scene as well for so long, and I get kind of tired of, I'm not judging, but I get kind of tired of the whole ghoul thing. It's like everything's zombies and everything's ghouls and everything's some thing. And it's time to work on some processing and some positive patterning and designs that actually heal. Especially in a tattoo where you're putting it on your body. My feelings are, why would I want to cover in something that lowers my vibration? I want to raise my vibration up, and that's why my approach is what it is and how I work. But I do it in everything, and this is just a reflection of that with my pumpkin and the other one that I told you, which was the Nightcrawler. Everything I do. I did a chair project for a fundraiser for the Ontario Textile Museum, or is it Canadian Textile Museum? I can't remember which, but they gave all the artists an old chair, and you could do whatever you want and just totally change it. So on my Facebook, I think if you look that up, you can find all my pictures of the chair in progress. So I did that the same way. I considered it something that was a good meditation, and turned out that I was doing it while my wife was carrying a brain tumor, not either of us knowing, but she was not feeling good. And I feel like my chair in some ways was another one of those inner working pieces that help process stuff. And Raven is with us today. She's had MRIs quite a few times. Like the doctor said, your brain will never be perfect again, or never be normal. You've had a brain tumor removed, but it's good. Nothing's grown, and Raven's showing her strength stronger than ever, especially through our getting our stuff ready for various things. So I think that's all I really need to say. I don't think there's any more to it. I'd love if people would comment and ask questions. It would really make me feel good, because then I can actually answer them. And rather than ramble on, I can answer specific questions. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you for looking through all my images. I've really loved doing this, and I hope people take me seriously and just start noticing any benefits. But you got to work it too. It's not one of those where it's like some people doing ayahuasca. They feel that they can go and do 100 sessions, but do nothing to work the system. Whereas, any of these things, you've got to work it. You've got to do your work. You can't sit back and wait for it to happen. So please give it a go. Just sort of, pretend you're holding your hands over this like a fire or something. It actually is quite. There's a little bit of warmth. It's a lot right there, because it's a good sized candle and it's beeswax. It's kind of neat touching it. I feel like I'm touching some cosmic, otherworldly orb thing that kind of moves into this dimension just momentarily, but moves in and out. Actually, that's how I'm going to look at it. This is a multidimensional something or other, lantern-y thing that can transcend different levels and dimensions and time periods and everything. And if you tune in with it, it will help you move through these difficult times. And remember, they are only difficult because it's the old you that's crumbling, and it's only horrible if you think that's all there is. If you identify with the old you, then you are crumbling. If you let go of the old you, and that's the process that this here helps you do, you're actually being prepared for a much better you, more adapted, much better able to take it easy, and to just everything is going to be a lot better. So please take me seriously, give us a shot, and let me know how everything goes over time. Like, I'd like to hear feedback over months, and even 2020 is supposed to be a kick-ass year, so prepare yourself for it so you can take most advantage of it. Thank you very much. Bye.